What's up, everybody? On today's episode of Taking on the Backlog, I finally finished Resident Evil Code Veronica, or Code Veronica X, whatever way you want to look at it. This game came out in 2000. This was originally a Dreamcast game, and we take on the view of Claire and Chris Redfield. This takes place after the second and third game. With this game here, this is, I believe, the last Resident Evil that had the tank controls. I believe this was the last one for that. This game has been on my list for a long time. This is one that I played on the PS2 back in the day, never finished it. Then I purchased it again on the Xbox One and finally went through it. It did take me quite a bit of time, though, I'm not going to lie, because I would stop, take long breaks, and then come back. And yeah, so this game, it's a very mixed bag for me personally. This game is a very mixed bag, and from what I've seen online with like reviews and stuff, it seems like a lot of people feel that way. I've played and beat 1, 2, and 3 on the PS1. Then this was the one for the PS2 and the Dreamcast, like I said. The game, it's not a bad game. It's a very good game. I actually did enjoy this game a lot. This one did seem a little bit more difficult, especially with the whole switching between characters, because there was moments in this game, because I played this game blind. I did not go into this game, looking up things in advance. And with this game, that's kind of difficult because there is situations, like I said, you switch between characters, and there was moments where the game would like have a huge difficulty spike. And then when I would look it up online, it was because it would say, like, for example, you needed a certain weapon. And unfortunately, I didn't know that prior to the character switch. So the other character had the weapon that I needed, and I would have to try to make it work with whatever I had on this character. So there was a few moments where it's like, I really wish the game either automatically gave you those weapons or put them in the storage box, or at the very least let you know, like, hey man, you're going to be switching characters. You might want to drop off as much as you can into the item box. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, there was a few times where I was cussing up a storm playing this game, and it was all because I didn't have like a certain item or weapon that would have made my life a lot easier. And it's one of those things, that being said, one of the advices that people said a lot online was make sure you have multiple saves. And I had like two, but if I had known the game was the way it was, I would have had like 4 or 5, and I would have like made sure to save different gaps with different things, and made sure to keep more of the items in the storage box. That would have made my life so much easier. But besides that, that was my biggest complaint with this game, was like I said, the whole switching characters without knowing that you're going to be switching, and then unfortunately missing out on certain items or certain opportunities that would be a lot easier if you had known ahead of time. But besides that, that is a big flaw in my opinion. That definitely brings the value or the rating of this game down, because I think it would have been much more player friendly if they had given you a warning that you were about to switch characters. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, the graphics are great. It fits right in with the first 3 Resident Evil games in my opinion. I think they look fine. I think the tank controls fit right in with the previous 3 games that did the whole tank controls thing. I'm not a huge fan of the tank controls personally, but that is what the series was at that time. And actually, some of the footage here that you guys are watching, I had my oldest son play a little bit so I could record, and he was like laughing up a storm because he couldn't figure out how to move the character. He was having a lot of trouble moving the character around, so, and I understood that feeling. The voice acting is that generic, voice acting from the first 3 games. I mean, if you guys know, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not great voice acting, but it gets the job done. It's very like B horror movie style, if you will. The story's fine. It's like I said, it's Chris and Claire. They're both siblings, and they're separated. It takes place after the second and third game, and they're pretty much trying to. It's like they're trying to stop another set of twins, or another set of siblings, I should say. They're trying to stop them from, releasing the virus and creating hell and all that, which seems to be the story of Resident Evil games. But yeah, all in all, I'm very happy that I beat this game. Like I said, I had beaten the first 3, and I had beaten those first 3 much later on in my life as well. So this kind of fits that I'm beating this one so late. But I am glad I finally beat it. Like I said, I did curse up a storm a few times playing this game because of certain things that I wish I had known ahead of time. If I had, I would have definitely, it would have definitely been easier. But the game has no way of telling you that, and I think it's a big design flaw. But yeah, so that being said, guys, the game was fun. It was a blast going through the story, and most importantly, I can finally say I beat Resident Evil Code Veronica.